Hi, and thanks for watching. In this video, we're going to cover the bullish engulfing candle. So we're going to explain it sort of for beginners, but we're going to actually jump over to some charts and look at some bullish engulfing candles that are actually happening right now. So we are at the end of April. Some bullish engulfing candles have happened on many stocks. I'm actually looking to buy potentially next week. So we're going to go and actually see the charts and see some live examples. So my name is Tyler Stokes from StokesTrades.com. I'm on a journey to become a full-time day trader. And I have this 6-month blueprint that outlines everything that I've done in the first 6 months of my journey. And you can download this below this video. It goes over all the resources that I use and all the steps that I took in my first 6 months. And I actually have a school group. And in the school group, I have a classroom section where I'm showcasing all my trades. So all the trades that I'm making with real money, I have documented all of them, and there's some bullish engulfing candles that we're going to cover in this video, and those are going to set up some trades that I'm actually planning to take next week. So it's great because when you read about candlestick patterns, sometimes the context isn't always there when you just see them in a textbook, but now we're going to actually look at some that just formed on some charts, and that I think is going to help us with understanding sort of how they work and what they cover. So we are going to first cover some definitions or explain what they are, but then later in the video, we're going to actually jump over to TradingView and look at some charts. So, if you've been trading for a little bit or you've kind of gotten into it, you can know that basically, if you catch a stock before it, skyrockets up, that is when you can potentially make a lot of good gains and create some good wealth. So imagine, having a tool that sort of flags these potential breakouts and kind of shows you that some bullish momentum might be happening. Well, that is what a bullish candle can sometimes do. These are powerful patterns that signal that a stock might be ready to soar. So that's what we're going to cover here. And we're going to look at some actual examples as well. So what actually is a bullish engulfing candle? Well, it's a candle in a 2-candle pattern, and it usually forms during a downtrend or when there's been some bearish activity, and it might signal that a potential reversal is underway. So the market's sort of at the end of April, we've seen that we might be bottoming out with everything that's been going on in the economy and some of the political landscape that's been happening. So some of these bullish engulfing candles might dictate that we're on the right side to kind of come out of this and continue rising up later in the year. So what it consists of is a red candle, being the previous time frame. So we're going to look at some weekly charts. So we've got a weekly red candle and then followed by a green bullish candle that it completely engulfs the body of the previous candle. And here we've got an image on the screen here. And I'll just jump over right now and show you that this is from the stock, the ARK Invest ETF. And you can see here is the bullish engulfing candle for the week that just ended April 25th, and it completely engulfs last week's candle. So last week we opened here during the week and we closed here, so that's why the candle's red. And then this week we opened down here and we closed up here in the 51 range. So we opened during the week at 44 and we had a 13% a gain during this week for the ARK ETF fund, and we closed up here. So we completely engulfed this previous week's candle. So that's a bullish engulfing candle. So this pattern, basically what it does, it indicates that, the buyers have overwhelmed the sellers during that time period, driving the price higher, signaling that potentially a reversal or continuation to the trend might be in store for that particular security that you were looking at. So the characteristics, again, the first candle or the previous candle, it's generally smaller. It's red, reflecting selling pressure during that time period. The second candle, it's a larger green one. It usually encompasses the whole thing. Sometimes it doesn't always have to. We'll see one example where it doesn't. And then the context here is most effective when appearing after a downtrend. So a lot of the stocks that we're going to look at, the charts here, they have been sort of falling down. The whole market has been as well. And then these bullish engulfing candles come in, could be a good buy signal. So the bullish engulfing pattern, again, it is significant because it reflects a surge in buying pressure that's often triggered by technical breakouts. So they're particularly compelling when they form on weekly closes. And again, all these candlesticks closed at the end of the week, April 25th. And a lot of these break through some resistance levels. So on the charts, they're going to break through some conversion lines from the Ichimoku cloud. Baselines, they break through some moving averages, some Fibonacci levels, some Gann levels. So that's a really strong indication that the trend might be continuing. And then for strategy, none of this is financial advice, but some strategy involved with this would be, making an entry on some back tests. So back testing from this pattern, particularly on the weekly closes, often is a reliable entry point for some traders. So let's go over to the charts and actually look at some of these bullish engulfing weekly closes in action. So the first chart that we're going to look at is the QQQ, so the ETF for some tech stocks here. And you can see here the week ending April 25th, we have a green bullish engulfing candle. So it completely engulfs the previous week's candle here. You can zoom in even more, and you can see that it's blasted through this blue simple moving average. Here is the 100-week moving average. So it blasted through that. It blasted through this Fibonacci level, the 1.272, and then the conversion line from the Ichimoku cloud at 465. It went through that, and it even closed above the cloud and above the baseline from the Ichimoku cloud as well. So a bullish engulfing candle here on the QQQ signifies that potentially, if the next week starts above this cloud, things could continue to go up. And if we kind of just look at the monthly chart for the QQQ, you can see this huge wick indicating that all of this liquidity was grabbed. So it was a big fear in the markets with all the tariff talk, and all the liquidity down there has been gobbled up. And although the month of April is not over, the candle is up. It's still up a little bit. It's almost up 1%. So it might, April might finish green for the QQQ, but this big scare has gone in there, and all that liquidity was grabbed down there. People sold, people got scared, but it might actually finish green. Again, the month is not over, but interesting there. And on the weekly chart, again, there is that bullish engulfing candle. Now on Tesla also had a bullish engulfing candle here. So we can zoom in here for the week. You can see how bullish engulfing this is from the prior week. We started here in the 230s and we finished up in the 280s, and this broke through many levels. So broke through the 618 fib level there. It broke through from some Gann lines here. It broke through the 100 and the 200 moving average on the weekly chart, and the 50 and another fib level, and the conversion line from the Ichimoku cloud. So broke through many levels. Good indication that maybe next week it comes back and retests this fib level here, and then maybe Tesla continues on. So that's another good example there. And again, these are happening on the back of a downtrend. We, in Tesla, we've had a big fall. I don't know the exact percentage, but almost 50% from the all-time high there, fallen down, consolidated in the 250 range, and then boom, bullish engulfing candle, breaking through levels, might continue on. Another example, coin. So Coinbase is another bullish engulfing candle through the 100 moving average, blasted through the cloud, through a fib level there, and the conversion line. So another indication that this might continue on. And it is also, if we sort of zoom out, certainly on we had a bullish engulfing candle here prior as well on the bottom of what was a downtrend. And now we've got trend reversal and some continuation confirmation that this potentially wants to go higher. So a bullish engulfing candle the prior week, and then, a consolidation candle here for this particular week, and then another bullish engulfing candle. And, if this particular one did not quite open, it opened on 175, and this one closed on 175.03. So even if it opens slightly above, it's still considered a bullish engulfing candle there. And then another one here, this is a Bitcoin miner stock. So Bitcoin has been breaking through levels itself recently, the end of this week. And we've got another at the bottom of a downtrend here. We've got this bullish engulfing candle. So again, it doesn't quite start below the previous weeks, but still bullish engulfing candle through the Ichimoku cloud, through the 100-week moving average, into the conversion. A lot of room to run on this particular one, BTDR, BitDR, a Bitcoin miner stock. So these stocks, these Bitcoin miner stocks have been beat up quite a bit, but with Bitcoin now on the run and rising quite a bit, we've got some bullish engulfing candle. We might see a continuation higher. And then the other one that we referenced was ARK Invest. So it might be an indication that growth stocks are going to rise. We've got a bullish engulfing candle here, a perfect one through all of this resistance zone and finished above a lot of resistance. The simple moving average, some fib levels, a GAN level there, the Ichimoku cloud, and so on. So those are some good bullish engulfing candles. And again, what they show us is that we might have some continuation, and some entry points could be, when these are happening or on some back tests. So personally, the week moving ahead, I'm going to look at the coin chart, and if coin makes any back tests and retraces a little bit, then I'm going to look to make some entries. So these bullish engulfing candles are good potential setups for a continuation in the uptrend. Obviously, this is not financial advice, but if you're watching this, then you can potentially go to these charts and just see what happened in the days and the weeks that followed the recording of this video. So I hope that you found this useful. Again, if you're a beginner and you're looking into getting into trading or day trading, you can download my 6-month blueprint that has outlined everything that I've done. And you can come to our school community. It's completely free. You can watch and see some of the trades that I'm going to be making. And as I mentioned, it's Saturday here right now, April 26th. Start of next week, I'm going to watch these charts, and I'm going to be potentially making some entries into coin, and I might make some entries into some more Bitcoin miners that have these bullish engulfing candles. And you can kind of see all the trades that I'm making. I outline everything, full transparency. So you might be interested in checking that out. So thanks so much for watching. I hope that you found this video useful. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, check out our free community on School, and I will see you in the next one.